Alright, so we're gonna now do some exercises on how to actually use the occult mindset to actually weasel your way through whatever life throws at you that you don't want to deal with. So, if you haven't watched the last 3 videos, which is like the introduction, the law of consequence, and how everything that exists, therefore you can target it and mess with it. So, let's just say that you have a goal you've been trying to get to. For an example, I'll be using an example that a friend of mine is dealing with. Let's go with the problem is we have a individual who is constantly cursing, hexing, we'll put victim, suffer in any way possible and every. Okay, so the problem we have, an individual who is constantly cursing, hexing, and bringing suffering to the victim in any possible means or in any way. So we gotta keep this at a very simplistic way. Going back to like the first thing, who's in control of your life? We're gonna be the victim currently. So we have knowledge of, we have an individual who is hexing, cursing us in every way and always possible. Our love life is getting damaged, our financial is getting damaged, self-esteem is being damaged, health is being damaged, and what have you. Everything from soup to nuts is going crack. Okay. Well, the first thing ever to get control of this, go back to the very beginning. We're the victim. We are aware. We are in control of ourselves. We have our own power. We decide what happens. We are in complete control of what affects us and what doesn't affect us. We have the final say. We make the rules for us, our life. So, an individual is cursing us. Okay. In other words, they're trying to give us something negative. They're trying to give us negative energy. I don't want that. Thanks, though. Get hexed. Nah. Just like that. If someone curses you, nah, not feeling it. Just, nope, don't want it. I'm flattered, but no. You don't have to take any negativity that's thrown at you. You can easily just, oh, you're giving me something? Nah. Just like that. You don't have to accept anything that's given to you, be it good, bad, dreadful, or toxic. Now, bear in mind, be practical. You can't just be all of a sudden committing a crime, now you're getting handcuffed and saying, nah, officer, I'm not feeling it. No. Be practical. Because if you did do that, you'd be in, using the alchemic mindset, of course, it is a really good way to bamboozle your way through stuff. But again, with the law of consequence, if you do something that's illegal or carry out something that's going to have a very damaging outcome, you have to be aware of it and you're responsible for it. And you have to take the action to make sure that you are out of harm's way. So if you can do that, practically, off the hook. And getting back to this. That's one way you can actually go about this individual who is cursing you. Just, nah. Just completely deflecting it. Don't even have anything to do with it. Just, Just completely ignore it. Or be all, oh, that's sweet, but you know what? I think you deserve it instead. Reverse it and mirror it back. It's like the whole thing with like, oh, well, karma's gonna get you one. No, really, that's sweet, but nah, I think you deserve it instead because you're trying to make me feel bad. See? You just see how I took something coming right from my face, took it, flipped it, and threw it right back. Just like that. It's so simple. The thing is that when you're being given something you never have to take it, no matter what it is. In fact, a good majority of the reasons why people are in the position they are is because they're allowing it to hit them. But in reality, if you have control of your life, the final say, and make the decisions, why are you just being like, hit me in the face with the most negative thing you've got? No. Just knock it to the side. Another way, this is one of my favorites. So we have an individual who's cursing. Okay. As the victim, look at it this way. Somebody's cursing me nonstop and is hexing me and trying to ruin my life in every single way. Wow. I have a fanboy or fangirl. Oh, God. Oh, what a shame. Looks like I'm famous and I'm somebody's, idol. It's true. Because now pretty much what that person's doing, kind of like how a vampire to somebody's wrist, they're like saying this, here, bite my wrist and take my energy. If you insist, it's the exact same thing. If somebody is literally giving you their energy like that, they're shooting themselves in the foot. If they're doing that nonstop. I don't know about you, but I'm like, free energy? Okay, thanks. Because really they're in a state of obsession. And that's what it is. They're obsessing about trying to knock you down, but at the same time they're throwing their energy at you. Why let it affect you in a negative way? In fact, why don't you take it as like, oh, you again? I just absolutely am thrilled you care about me so much. Like, your whole life, it's all about me. No, you cannot have an autograph, but skedaddle. See? Just took something about like how somebody's trying to ruin your life, and you're just pretty much turned into like a obsessive stalker into a Justin Bieber fangirl. And now you gotta think. Somebody who is really toxic now turns into an annoying, obnoxious, shrieking little girl. See? Now it's not as threatening, and now you're just more like cute. Want an autograph? No. It's just that simple. And now say if you have anything, even like, say for example, say if you have like a like cursed by a ancestral curse. Yeah, now you're being cursed by an ancestor, like something that's been passed down from generation to generation to generation. Something that's been stuck for a long time. It's kind of like a genetic disorder kind of a way. Again, you got to keep it simple. We're the victim of a generational curse. Oh, Lord, oh God, what are we going to do? Let's take it from the first step. Whose life is it? Mine. Even though I'm still cursed by it, okay? My life. I decide how my life goes. I decide what happens with me. I have the final say. I decide what affects me and what doesn't. So, this generation curse, okay. My best way to actually counteract that is to just do something as simple as this. Let me just make something up right quick. Alrighty, let's see. We're going to start with that. And then we'll go like this. Then that, don't mind the background. Okay, that's out of the way. Now we're going to go down like that, then like that, and lastly like that. So now, that ancestral curse we have, well, here's how we're going to bamboozle it. Just like that. You make a mark that is specifically meant to take that curse, or any curse whatsoever that you're afflicted with, and you pretty much just, whenever this is on your person, or heck, you can even make a symbol like that for a tattoo, and have it on you for the rest of your life, and the curse just completely goes from, oh, it's all bad luck. Okay, well, instead of fighting the curse, work with it. Put something like a filter over the top of it, like that scissor. And jokes on the person who hexed you and your family for generations. Now that curse is still there, yes, but now it has to go through a filter, which takes it and flips it. So instead of you decaying, it's actually going to help you succeed more. And the only way to stop it is you take the filter out. But the thing is if you have an ancestral curse that's been handed down generation after generation after generation, yeah, you kind of probably won't be able to lose that consistent positivity over and over again. So you pretty much just bamboozled an ancestor who cursed your family line many generations ago, and now you're having the last laugh. Just like that. It's just so simple. That's how easy you can go about doing something like this. Another thing too is, say for an example, if you have a loved one or you're trying to reconcile with an ex-lover. Okay, well here's our situation. Oh, I'll never love you again or whatnot. I never want to see you again or that crap. Okay, well, no. Nah, not feeling it. Not like you literally, how do I put this? Like if you actually were in a conversation with them and you were saying like, nah, not feeling it. I'm not really feeling it of not seeing you ever again. Probably might not work as planned. The better solution would probably just still have the mindset of like, okay. Well, you seem to be coming back on your own numerous times before on your own, so I don't know what to tell you, Toots, but I'll see you next week. But it's mainly, you have to adapt to your situation. Because if you say the person that you're wanting to be with is with somebody else, oh, you have that obstacle. Nah, the person's not there. I don't even see them anymore. They're gone. But it's pretty much just whenever it comes up towards you, you just completely deflect it. Like, say for an example, now you're with that person and you have somebody trying to mess with you and trying to, take your relationship down and try and mess with it. I've been through this before, and I'm having the last laugh. I'm just saying, I'm having the last laugh. Because really the whole thing is just like, oh, you're going after somebody that I'm with and you think you're slick? Okay. Well, let's put it this way. Whenever you try and go out with somebody else, the exact same harm that you put out towards me, it'll be mimicked right back to you the exact same way that you afflicted it to me. And you'll be going through the exact same thing. Except it won't have an end. And yeah, it's pretty much happening to this day still. Whoops. All I gotta say is, don't look at me. Have some self-control and some dignity. But that's just another example. see, one more example. Say for an example, now you have a health concern. Oh no, I have insert disease or ailment here. Okay, where is it at? Oh, I have, let's say for an example, oh, I seem to have a, like low blood pressure? Nah, not feeling it. Stop it. Actually, you can target like your blood system, your circulatory system, and speak to it as if it was in front of you. Say, yo, the heck are you doing? Come on now. Why aren't you working properly? Like addressing it. Like legitly, like blood cells. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to be doing? What's the problem? You were doing this a few weeks ago. What's the hissy fit? Stop it. Now, pretty much you're bamboozling your blood cells to get in line. You just have to take control of it. But the moment that you start thinking, oh, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that, over and over and over and over and over again, it's going to come around and just hit you in the face. That's why when you start going like, everything's all fine and dandy. Well, I hope I don't fall. Nah, I'm not feeling like falling. Just completely negate it right there. Even though this is more of an occult way of doing it, you can also apply it into some aspects of the real world. The biggest one is actually the legal system. I can't tell you how many times you can bamboozle the legal system if you know how to do it. And the whole idea is that it's a rule book, and it's a thing that it's like a big rule book. What it's written is the boundaries, not just to you, but to the whole legal system whatsoever. So, in all honesty, you can bamboozle the state. You can bamboozle the court. You can bamboozle legal system. You just got to do your research, read the fine print, and then be technically outplaying everyone else. Because if you can do that, you can be untouchable to a practical way. Because the law of consequence is always going to be there. You just have to outmaneuver yourself and move at the right angles and degree. So this was an example, well, a few examples on how to use the alchemic mindset and the occult means, and a little bit in the practical way. But please make sure you're practical about it. You can't just up and willy-nilly say to an officer that, no, I don't feel like being in cuffs, officer. It ain't. I'm not into that, but thank you though. That's not a good idea. And the next video regarding this, we'll even get some of the goddesses that I work with, like Lilith, in here to actually have her energy be put into this and see how creative we can get.